So we're back!
Yes.
Yay! What is our topic for today?
Let me check it out. We've got our pouch here, and our topic for today's episode is first romantic kiss.
Ooh! Oh, that's such a great first topic.
First romantic kiss.
What did it make you? Yeah. What did it make you first think of? Like immediately, just word association. What's the first thing that came to your mind?
A rom-com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
An image.
Yeah.
An image came to mind.
Which of?
Of standing under a tree with your leg popping. Like that's the image that I got.
Yeah. Does that actually happen? Has that happened to either of you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's real because I don't think your body does that. Like the foot going pop when you have your kiss. But maybe it's because I haven't had that kind of kiss yet that makes me want to pop my foot. But in any case, first romantic kiss. I love that we're getting so contemplative about it.
I mean, when you have
I think everyone's feeling a little like cutesy about it. We've
kind
got
of mushy
smiles on our
feeling.
faces. Yeah.
Some mushy feeling that you're feeling from that memory. So I can start.
Yeah.
So I had my first romantic kiss when I was much older, 28.
All right.
Yeah, and I remember being really nervous about the first kiss with my partner, who I was, just started dating. And I remember thinking, I really don't know how to kiss.
Yeah.
So when the moment came, we were in a car. He just dropped me off home. And we were sitting in the car. And you know that very awkward, silent moment when you don't know what's going to happen next. But you think it may lead to a kiss. We just kind of looked at each other and leaned into each other. And our nose kind of I thought it banged, but probably it didn't bang, but I just felt like it was a bang because I was so nervous about that first kiss.
Yeah.
And then, we just kissed. And then kind of, again, awkward moment, don't know what to do next. And then I think he leaned into me again and then we kissed. But the only thing I don't remember the feeling. All I remember was the kind of anxiety I had about whether I was doing this right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I was like, where does my head go? Does it tilt left? Does it tilt right? So I guess maybe because you think that the first kiss should be super romantic and smooth and very sort of instinctual.
Yeah.
It didn't feel that way to me. It felt, I know I for sure was thinking about a lot of things as we were kissing.
The mechanics of it.
Yeah,
clearly.
just the logistics of what happens to your head and the car and the space.
And where is it parked? Are you going to get a ticket?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think I went that far, but that was my first romantic kiss.
Yeah. So did you go all the way? Like, what is?
What does all the way mean?
Like tongue and all.
No, not yet. We didn't.
Okay,
we didn't tongue.
this
It
was just sweet
kiss.
and
Yeah.
Oh, chaste peck.
Yeah.
So
No, but
cute.
some lip action.
Okay.
Where you sucking each other's lips.
Did you find, Pixie, that you enjoyed that sensation? I know you said just a moment ago, that maybe you weren't so tuned into that because you're worried about the mechanics, but do you remember at least enjoying it? Like, do you remember walking away thinking, oh, I kind of like that sensation?
Yeah, so I remember getting off the car and walking towards my elevator and thinking, having goosebumps, this chill in your spine and a shiver. And even though I know I was so anxious and I could feel my anxiety because I was sweating everywhere, just like I am right now. But I remember feeling like, this was my first kiss.
Yeah.
I did it and I really liked that we were able to do this. I remember thinking the next time I do this, I need to do some research also. I remember thinking, I'm going to go back and look up online, how do you kiss?
Yeah. It's always that, right? Like the nose thing. And like, I think growing up, I always didn't know like how will that work? Like, how do you angle yourself so that it feels perfect? Because otherwise you have, and especially because I have like a slightly bigger nose. So yeah, I always thought like it gets in the way and all of that. So Cherry, do you have a story?
So mine goes back a bit more, and it goes to high school when I had my first romantic kiss. The romantic aspect of it was that I was seeing this person, I think. Yeah, for sure. The stories are all getting, muddled up, but I was dating this person, and I was kind of excited when it was about to happen because I had read so much already. I had read all kinds of Mills and Boone, blah, blah, blah. So the mechanics of it in my mind were like, yeah, okay, so this is what it happens. And you're supposed to feel these things. And, they're so dramatic and exaggerated what the characters in the stories are feeling. I certainly did not feel any of that. So in a way, it was a little underwhelming because it wasn't like, sparks and things like that. But the intellectual part of my head was like, obviously that wasn't going to happen. But what I did walk away, that's why I asked Pixie this, is that I really like the tactile sensation. Like that specific touch. It's different from, kissing somebody's hand or cheek. So I really like the sensation of touching a lip with lips. And it wasn't with the tongue or anything right from the get-go. But I also do remember the first tongue, like the tongues meeting, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a weird feeling, but I have to admit that I do really enjoy both sensations. I love kissing. I love it. To this day, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mojo?
Yeah.
Are you with me on this?
Absolutely. I love kissing. I think even now when I'm chatting with people and I'm like, what do you like? I mean, I'm still like in my hooking up phase. So
Sure.
I think that's definitely a priority. I think kissing. When I think about my first romantic kiss, I think growing up, I've had a couple of like experiences and all of that in terms of just trying out different things. But if I had to really think about my first romantic kiss, it has to be this one encounter where I had a one-night stand with this person. And then we were at his place and on his bed, and this was on the floor. And this person had made it super romantic. There were like fairy lights and Bollywood music. And very good. I mean, it could sound tacky, but for some reason, the selection of songs was just perfect for the mood. Right?
Do you remember which song?
There was this... some Shahid Kapoor thing. I don't recall, but it had such
So it wasn't to cheese buddy.
No. It was one of those latest songs. The movie had just come out or whatever. This song, particular one, I hadn't listened to, but it just worked perfectly for that
Set the mood.
It set the mood, and then we went at it for hours.
Just kissing.
Yeah, just kissing. And I
wow.
particularly recall this person said, is it okay if we don't go beyond this? Right? Because there was just so much happening with the kiss itself, and there was so much chemistry. We went at it for hours, at least what felt like hours, right? We were there definitely for a couple of hours, and it was super romantic, and it's amazing to me how much you can do with just kissing, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much to explore, and there's so much to express, if you will, through that, and it still blows my mind. I think it's almost like this sort of like exploratory thing, but you're also expressing so much just through that kiss.
I think there is so much feeling to kissing. You can really can you say it? I mean, emote, I guess. And you're really like pouring certain feelings into it, because you're also holding that person's head, which is almost a very nurturing, caressing kind of act for me. And so you're really just sort of saying, you're such a dear, and I'm loving this activity right now. So you're sort of, cradling the head. I love that bit too.
Yeah.
It's very tender, like that moment when you, like you said, just the image of holding someone's head, feeling other things too on your hand, like, someone's facial hair, the beard, the lips. The one thing that I'm always amazed by is what happens with the rest of the body.
Yeah.
Like, I really like you know the sense of goosebumps everywhere. Like especially for me, like my arms, like just by a kiss and my arms, I just feel like there's goosebumps everywhere.
Yeah.
And that just
maybe that's what they mean by the sparks. Maybe that's what it is. So I didn't feel that, but Pixie, what you're talking about is perhaps the sparks. Ooh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. One thing that I've generally noticed is like if you're in the moment, naturally you close your eyes. And at some point...
except when it's not closed. So creepy.
But sometimes you want to like consciously open because you want to see the other person and yourself in this act. But also sometimes I found myself like kissing this person, but it's also a very personal experience in terms of like when you close your eyes especially.
You go into your head.
Yeah,
right?
you go to your head and you're just like, it's very tactile. You're experiencing this whole passion. So I find that very interesting. Just like how you can close your eyes and just cut off and experience this whole thing, but also like open your eyes and see it all.
Yeah, I think my first experience, I really wanted to close my eyes.
Yeah.
Even so, all the various moments of kissing that we experienced, I just remember wanting to close my eyes because I was so nervous about it each time.
Sure.
It never got better in that sense because it was, I was in my head a lot. But now at the stage that I'm in now, especially with the partner that I've been with for 2 years, I actually really like keeping my eyes open because there's this sense of comfort with each other that, I don't think I ever experienced that earlier on with one night stands or anything like that because I was like, I don't want to actually see this. So interesting that your experience was about the closing the eyes was something about feeling the rest of your body, while for me it was I don't want to actually see this moment at all. I don't want to remember what the other person's face looked like. What about if their face tells me they don't really enjoy this?
So do you both keep your eyes open nowadays?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's a very intimate.
Yeah.
That's very that heightens the intimacy to another level where you're so comfortable doing that, because I did call it out as being kind of creepy before, but maybe it's more a reflection of what your relationship is. Like, it could be creepy if you don't really know that person, maybe. But here's what I was thinking about, guys. My first in those days, like high school time, and I had braces. Right? So everyone, I still remember thinking like, wait, is this gonna hurt somebody? Like maybe not me, but maybe it hurts the other person. And guess what? It doesn't really get in the way. You think it would get in the way, but it doesn't.
Braces?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
So
that.
you're kissing, and it's because you're kissing the lips, right? And then you're also kissing other parts of the body. I don't know, man. It just didn't.
I don't know. I'd be very scared of kissing someone with braces.
I'm here to tell you, go for it, Mojo. Go for it. Yeah. Those people are missing out on your kisses.
And you're missing out on their kisses.
I know.
Is there anything that you don't like when kissing someone? What are some of the things that are turn-offs?
Bad breath, for sure.
Well, halitosis, for sure.
What is halitosis?
That's what it is. Bad breath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, bad breath. I think, I just can't pretend that I'm enjoying it after a point. Though with somebody, I've been like, it's very interesting. With some people, they have such unique breaths. I don't know what that means.
I guess that's a thing.
That's probably a thing, and I don't think it's a good thing. But I feel it's almost like this signature thing. Like when I kiss this person, I know what it's gonna feel like.
Oh, because you've done it enough times
before.
with them?
Yeah.
Sure, I think you can get some sort of muscle memory.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be like neutral? I don't know. You shouldn't like taste anything, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on whether it's neutral to positive or neutral to negative.
It's just unique, I remember.
But is this something that y'all experienced in your first romantic kisses, where this was sort of marred you or scarred you, or you've had this on your mind? How did that impact? I mean, did you go through that, and did that impact your experience or expectations and kisses that followed?
Definitely one thing was saliva. Like noticing for the first time how much saliva
oh gosh
one experiences in a kiss.
Yeah.
Like, I I don't know, I never thought about saliva before until my first kiss and the few after, like right after that, being like, this is lots of water. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, what is a kiss except like an active exchange of saliva?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't agree with that. I don't think it's about exchanging saliva.
Yeah.
I do think that's a stylistic thing. I don't know that you have to exchange like actively, like you're basically spitting, and that grosses me out still to this day. That kind of grosses me out. It's maybe becoming a kink now, but let's go back to like first days and first kisses. It felt like you didn't have to do that in order to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like it was a little tighter. It was a little more about the tactile, the kissing, the act of doing that rather than just slurping around. Yeah. Although I do know that people have had that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I had nothing to compare it to, so to me it just felt like it was a lot of saliva.
Sure, I mean, for sure. Yeah. I mean, prior to not kissing ever,
so like
it must have felt like gross. What, isn't this part of the body used for eating? There are some cultures, by the way, where, I mean, it's just still considered gross because it's what you eat with and you spit with. And why on earth would you kiss somebody else's mouth? Yeah, have you not encountered?
No.
Oh gosh, it's not universal.
Oh.
Although now it's, of course, I mean, globalization, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's stories are melding into one big pot.
Yeah.
So our points of references are becoming the same. So everyone's like, yeah, of course, to show affection, I should kiss. Duh. We have a lot of nerve endings there. So I think it's enjoyable when somebody discovers it, whether it's a cultural discovery or a age like us.
Yeah.
In whenever we did have our first kisses. But yeah, God, I love it.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When both of you had your first experience, did it naturally go from sucking of the lips to tongue? And how is that process of the tongue? Like,
I actually remember this, that it was very tentative.
Yeah.
It was a little... should we
go there?
And it's all done through a Q&A of the tongues and the mouths. It's not like we talked about it.
Yeah.
It's sort of tentatively exploring whether or not, okay, dart in, dart out. Does that feel good? Should we continue? And I think it was new for both of us-ish. Okay. Perhaps he had more experience at that point, but a little experience. And I think so he kind of took the lead a little bit on that. And I was, my head was full of those stories and stuff. So I was ready to explore and figure out how does it feel and taste. And I had it in my mind and I saw it in movies. So I wanted to see what it was like, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So... that was fun.
Yeah. For me as well, I think I almost see it in stages, right? Like, I think when you start kissing, it's with like locked lips or whatever, but the parting of the lips is like, I welcome you in kind of a thing, right? So
it definitely is.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. It's slightly like a next stage of, okay, let's go there kind of a thing. And especially if you're going at it for some time, then you have all the time to kind of go explore, like,
get to know each crevice.
Touch their teeth, if you will, and then play around with the tongue. And sometimes it's also very enjoyable to stop actively kissing and just be kissed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Mojo.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes, like, you're not actively kissing. Like, two people can go at it together, like actively participating. I want you, you want me, all of that. But sometimes you can just like be and let the other person do the work. I mean, of course, you can,
reciprocate.
Reciprocate and give back. But sometimes it feels amazing to just be kissed, where you're feeling another person's whatever passion and love, where they're doing the work, and you can just be the recipient of all of that.
So in your first experience, in your first romantic kiss, did you, because you went on for hours, you said, like, was there some of that also that took place?
I think so. I think naturally I am a person who loves lying low a little bit and letting others do the work. So I think that happened. So, and I love it when...
Not do the work, have fun.
Have fun. Do the work as in,
Just, do the work.
Do the work.
So how, I think my first kiss informed the rest of my expectations as I went to, let's say, a new set of lips, if you will. Two lips.
Yeah.
Was that I think I was a little more, I understood exactly what I liked, and the fact that I do like tongue action, and I do like a good, solid kiss with Mojo to talk about, like, to continue what you were talking about, which was two people actively engaging. I liked that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I enjoyed like just one person. Like, for example, I love the lower lip.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people I've been with also like the lower lip, so you both can't have the lower lip.
Yeah.
Because the other one has to take the upper lip.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of okay with that as long as we are in fact kissing.
Yeah.
So more of the lip action and a little bit of the tongue is fine, but the tongue can't be front and center.
Oh.
I knew that right from the get-go, from the first kisses that I enjoyed.
Say more about what you mean by the tongue can't be front and center.
So, for example, so this is not the first romantic, like it's no longer than the first kiss, but later with some other people that I've kissed, there has been a person who really enjoys using the tongue a lot more, as in there's a lot less actual lips meeting and kissing, like really just sucking on someone else's lip.
Yeah.
Versus sort of caressing with the tongue, wherever it is, right, on the lips or inside the mouth or whatever, which I think is a tactile experience that person really enjoyed. But as a recipient of it, I wasn't the biggest fan of that because I really wanted the action of doing it because the movement is what I'm enjoying. So just, because in the first kisses, you're both exploring. In my experience, we were both at similar points in our lives where we were exploring these things together. It was fun, and both of us wanted to do it. Both of us wanted to receive and give. So that's what I mean. Like, but as a result, I really like that. That first experience is what I remember and I want, and I continue to want that. So I don't really like it when people are not letting the kissing happening and more like licking with the tongue.
I think, to your question about how it informs the rest of the experiences that you have, I remember because I didn't really know that much, or I felt like I didn't really know that much, and I wasn't letting my body let go enough so that it would just happen naturally. I remember that my partner was kind of guiding me a lot in terms of just, just moving my head a little bit and all of that, that I feel like I actually didn't explore in that process because I was kind of, the other person was guiding me through it. So in fact, because I noticed that in myself in that experience, I now actively explore and have since then tried different things to see how I feel, and also how the other person feels. But yeah, I think because that was the first romantic kiss was not something that I was active in. Yeah. After that, I felt like every moment that I did kiss someone, I wanted to be active in and engage in it actively.
Like kind of make up for it.
Yeah, or just
at least
just explore and see what I like and didn't like, because I didn't Yeah. I just thought that, your tongues naturally meet, your lips naturally lock.
It is a bit of a dance. It is a bit of a dance.
It is.
And so, I didn't explore that dance as much. Yeah. So I definitely feel like because of that experience, it has helped me now be more active in that moment.
Yeah. No, I'm very fascinated just by kissing, right? Because it's always a new experience when you kiss, and there's so much to explore despite if you've done it so many times in your life. It still fascinates me, I think, how much there is to do and how satisfying it can be. Like just when you've like when do you know when to stop? Like you can have this for a long time, but with some people especially, you feel like you can't resist it. You feel like I want more of that. I want more of that. Like the whole satisfaction aspect of it still like amazes me.
Yeah, I have to draw a parallel to. It's almost like, you know, when you're clapping and you get a really nice rounded clap, like your hands, like they just meet.
Yeah.
In a particular way that you have this really resonant, beautiful sound. Or when a tennis ball meets a tennis racket, you know, when they're playing a match.
Yeah.
And it just goes, suck.
Yeah.
That kind of like, oh, there are good kisses and then there are greater kisses.
Yeah.
And I have to say that the ones that hit the spot. Mm-hmm. I have to say that the first romantic kiss, because I had no other reference, it didn't suck though. He sucked. Well, he sucked well. We both sucked each other's faces. That's true.
Okay, we get it.
Is that it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
My enduring memory of it is that I just wanted more of it. It wasn't like, it grossed me out and then I mean, no sparks like I said before, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Maybe like partly because I think I didn't actually fully experience the kiss.
You said,
Yeah, so I didn't, but I knew that it was something that felt good enough that I'd like to try it again.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did it turn you off from it
no.
It seems...
It was good enough that I knew that, okay, I'd like to try this again without thinking about the logistical and the mechanical nature of it.
You got a taste of it.
Yeah, I got a taste of it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't turn you off it because, God, it's so enjoyable. Am I right or am I right?
So, guys, did you know that the longest kiss in the world lasted 58 hours, 35 minutes and 58 seconds? It was achieved by two people, I can't pronounce their name, both from Thailand at an event organized by Ripley's Believe It or Not. Just imagine 58 hours. That's like 2.5 days.
2 days.
Yeah, whatever. 2 days and something.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Did they go to the bathroom in the middle? Like, how does this work?
Maybe they had dialysis going.
Like, oh my God, they would have gotten bored. They would have hated the other person.
I know. I talk about like smells.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I have this recorder set, so I'm just gonna keep going.
I think I remember this in the school library. You know, having the Guinness Book of World Records kind of thing as well. Yeah. Oh God.
58 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I've done anything for 58 hours except breathe. But
well, I like that. Did you know? Because what I wanted to share was, did you know that in a single kiss, you transfer 80 million bacteria across each other, and researchers are saying that it actually boosts your immunity, so that you're less likely to catch colds. So kissing, one kiss a day keeps you away from the doctor.
I love
it. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm loving how this is flowing because did you guys know? And let's keep in mind what Pixie has just shared with us. That there are public displays of affection. There are laws for that in India. So in the penal code, it's section 294. But the way it's written is so ambiguous that anyone could really use it for any purpose. It just says you can't do obscene things and cause annoyance by doing so. So now, what is an obscene thing?
Yeah.
Who's getting annoyed? What is annoying? All of that. So kissing in public can result in you being taken to the police station. I know that sounds really crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe the counterpoint to that is, hey, it keeps away colds. So there's a public health angle to this, guys.
Wow, you guys.
And but the thing is that this is public display, so that public piece is very important. Of course, nobody's coming to your homes and dictating what you can do.
I hope not.
But like just sitting next to each other or hugging or holding hands, apparently you cannot really say anything about that.
Mm.
But I just love the bit about annoyance. Like, who's to say what is annoying? Like, somebody's face could be annoying. And you just be like, you're annoying me right now with your existence.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But the fact that it's in the penal code, but of course I'm sure it's a hand-me-down from the British penal code.
Yeah.
As is our wont.
Yeah.
But that's just something interesting. But hey,
there's a case.
There's a case for it.
Yeah. I've had some interesting sessions, and I've gotten down with cold and all sorts of infections, but whatever. But now I know why. Thanks for that.
Your
factoid.
immunity.
Yes.
Your immunity is building
I'm just
up.
building up my
with
immunity.
each kiss.
Yeah.
So I guess here's to more kissing.
One kiss at a time to greater immunity.